Good evening and welcome to Fermanagh GA TV for this evening's clash between Devenish St Mary's and Erne Gaels Belleek in the Division 1B Fermanagh Club Players Competition. My name is Gerard Tracy and you're very welcome to this broadcast on Monaghan Brothers Fermanagh GA TV, and I'm delighted to say I'm joined in the commentary box this evening by a man who needs very little introduction, and that's Peter McGinnity. Peter, you're very welcome along.
Thank you, Gerard. Just got to throw in here, and a foul in the middle of the field, and Brian Mullen, who's wearing 10 but playing midfield, gets it in towards Tommy McCaffrey.
Yeah, ball won inside by Tommy McCaffrey. We're number 14. Tommy now an experienced member, of course, of the Erne Gaels team. Still managed to retain possession. Ball flicked back out to McCann over the far side of the field. It goes there, picked up by man wearing number 17 is Oisin Callum. Ball popped over the bar, first score of the game. Belleek coming into this game, Peter, I suppose is
tell you what, that was a turn of pace.
Yeah.
Pretty, I suppose, patient by Erne Gaels to get it back out into the middle of Barry McCann, and then he swung it over. But what do you call him?
Oisin Callum.
Oisin Callum just took off,
yeah,
and then was accurate.
Thomas Tracy with the kick out it goes in the centre of the field, up the go for a loose ball, picked up on this occasion by Sean Tracy. Tracy goes to ground. Referee John Murphy from the home club here in Derrygolly awards the free, and certainly a kickable free, one would think, and Barry Malone will take this out of his hands. Thomas Tracy came as far as the 45.
Yeah, a bit surprised Thomas didn't come on.
Yeah. So it's maybe anything inside the 45. Barry will probably hit it. He'll have the distance. Will he have the accuracy? The answer is yes, he has both. Fine score from Barry Malone, a good reply and an immediate reply, Peter.
Yeah, I wonder, it probably isn't any breeze. It was very breezy earlier on today, but the breeze has settled. Both those shots indicated it wasn't very significant.
Yeah, very mild here this evening. It's got warm and, as you say, no breeze whatsoever. Perfect evening for conditions. A good June evening. Barry Malone does well again. Feeds the ball off to JJ O'Brien. O'Brien a bit of space, gives it to Love. Love feeds it forward. His shot is half blocked down. The opportunity comes to Jimmy Flanagan. Flanagan gets a shot away, but it's gone to the right-hand side. Gone wide. Young Jimmy Flanagan with the first wide of the game.
Yes, Barry Malone picked up a great break in the middle of the field there, and it's going to be a very interesting contest in the middle. Four big men. Michael Hogan, Brian Mullen, and Jason Love and Luke Robinson. All four of them capable of catching high ball.
Yeah, and Barry Malone sweeping,
and then
probably his best place for his club. I've seen him being deployed in the forward line quite a bit for his club, but I've always felt that centre half back role was ideal for him. As Devenish win the ball again, started well. Sean Tracy lays it off there. Wearing number 25, we'll have to pick up Luke Robinson is the man who's wearing 25. Referee says that there's another foul there, and Devenish, after conceding that early point, will be very pleased with the way they've responded. They've dominated the Belleek kick out.
Yes, from breaks, and they're going to bring Thomas up this time.
Strange in that, it's going to be from the same position that Barry kicked that free a moment ago.
Yeah.
You would have thought that he might have had his confidence up and would have wanted to hit it, but he leaves it instead for the very experienced Thomas Tracy. Excellent place ball kicker, of course. Exactly on the 45-metre line, dead straight in front of the goals. Here he comes, left footed, but that one's away to the left-hand side and wide. He'd be disappointed with that effort. Badly to the left.
Yeah. For Thomas anyway, he sets himself very high standard from place balls, and believe it or not, despite the fact it was on the 45, it wouldn't have been termed as a difficult one for him.
No. Maybe it was too close. Kick out will be taken by Brian Ryder.
I can't.
Ryder kicks it out over the far side. Ball picked up there on that occasion by Aidan Callum. Belleek managed to retain possession. Ball fed back inside there to Oisin Callum. Got the opening point of the game for Erne Gaels. Still in possession. Solis, good tackle on that occasion. Excellent tackle by O'Brien. JJ O'Brien it was. That looks as if that's a foul on. Well, looked as if Sean Tracy
that was the right call.
There, but referee says no. Ball fed inside. Thomas McCaffrey out in front, winning the ball. McCaffrey showing great pace, still going. McCaffrey still going. Elects to fist it over the bar. That's a wonderful score from Tommy McCaffrey. Blistering pace. We talked about Oisin Kellam's blistering pace. Well, Tommy McCaffrey certainly showed it on that occasion. He left Martin Doherty with a clean pair of heels and popped it over the bar.
Yes, and he's going to be their go-to man as well all the time. And
kick out taken. Devenish gathered possession over on the far side of the field. Terry O'Flanagan gives it inside to Lorcan O'Brien. Lorcan O'Brien gathers it back. It goes there to Luke Robinson. Robinson to JJ O'Brien. JJ O'Brien still in possession. Good tackling on that occasion. JJ O'Brien is stripped of the ball, and Belleek got a couple of players round the man with the ball, dispossessed him. Owen Johnson it was who fed the ball forward. Now an opportunity for Shane Rooney. Rooney onto the right foot. Good effort by Rooney. Looks good. Off the upright and just gone to the right hand side and gone wide. But already you can tell, Peter, that this forward line of Erne Gaels is going to pose Devenish problems. Oisin Kellam, Shane Rooney, Tommy McCaffrey have showed glimpses of that even early in this game.
Yes, which brings us back then towards the midfield. And there was Michael Ogue put in a brilliant tackle there on JJ O'Brien.
Yeah.
They have plenty of pace.
Paul McCaffrey winning that ball. Gives it back there to Barry McCann. McCann over the far side of the field there to Brian Mullen. Mullen looks up, tries to thread a ball in, but well read on that occasion by Decky Razzle, who's playing that sweeping role back there for Devenish. Razzle comes out with it, 45 metres out, lays it off to Jason Love. Oh, Love, very casual there, gives it away. Intercepted by Luke Ryder. Ryder gives it into Rooney. Rooney showing that pace again. Rooney going forward, another opportunity for Luke Ryder. Ryder's shot doesn't look so good on that occasion. It's gone to the left-hand side and gone wide. 2 wides apiece.
Yeah, but playing a lot of football to not get those 2 chances from Shane Rooney and Luke Ryder. Like I just thought Ryder's was a gimme on his left foot coming in there.
Yeah, all the hard work was done, and so 2 points to 1. Thomas Tracy with the kick out. Short kick out finds Decky Razzle. Razzle crossfield to Martin Doherty.
Erne Gaels are pushing up too.
Yeah.
There's Brian Mullen going in chasing the ball there.
Still Devenish seem to have that extra man still there. And
Yeah.
Martin Doherty comes out with it. Martin playing the day, of course, his granny died yesterday, so sympathies to Martin Doherty and the Doherty family as the ball is fed in. Luke Robinson back to Doherty. Doherty switches the play over the far side to Decky Razzle. Razzle looks up, slows it down, takes the whole pace out of this attack. Still Decky Razzle in possession, has support there from Charlotte O'Brien. Charlotte back inside, it goes to Chris McGowan. McGowan looks up, 2 bounces it looked like there on that occasion. Basic error.
He bounced it instinctively when he got it, and then when he looked up, he bounced it again then. Unfortunate for Chris. I'm not sure the ball would have been completed anyway, because there was plenty of Erne Gaels
I think
in the target area.
Devenish taking the pace out of the attack isn't a wise move. If they could move the ball a bit quicker, utilise their pace. This ball is laid back there to Michael Hearn. Hearn, good ball in, looking for Rooney. Rooney does well, gathers it out, turns it onto the left foot again, gets the shot away. That's a great score from Shane Rooney, and he has looked particularly lively in these opening 9 minutes. Pops the ball over the bar.
Yes, well, you see, he has looked lively. So has Tommy McCaffrey, and so has Oisin Kellam. Now, Jack McCann pushing up there on Barry Mulroon. It's hard to know which of them is playing. They're both wearing 6, but only one of them is playing centre half, and the other one's centre half forward. Maybe they're just interchanging.
I think Barry McCann is picking up Barry Mulroon. That's the way it's been for a few minutes, and I think that's probably the way it'll stay. As ball is in the hands there of Tom McHugh for Devenish. Back to Luke Robinson. Robinson still casual pace. Robinson, bit of space to operate in. Still available. Ball fed inside. Not the best ball in the world, and well defended again by Paul Ward on that occasion for Erne Gaels. Did he hold the ball too long? He did, says the referee. A little harsh, I would suggest. Ball fed in. Good ball it is too. Opportunity now for Devenish to register another score through Jamie Flanagan, but Flanagan has registered his second wide of the game. So 3 points to 1 in favour of Erne Gaels, and 3 points or 3 wides to 2 in terms of the wide count.
Yes, it was a brilliant tackle by Paul Ward, and then he got sort of mugged by 2 or 3 players. John Murphy wasn't happy with the steps.
Kick out, good distance on it again. Break ball, won on this occasion by Jason Love. Love, good ball down into the space. Gathered on that occasion by Dario Flanagan. Flanagan back inside, it comes to Jason Love. Love, crossfield ball. Jamie Flanagan gathers it for Devenish. Flanagan has 2 pops at the goal so far. Still been, tough tackling there by Mimna, I think it was.
I think that was maybe his best result, actually, because Shane Mimna seemed to have him tied up.
Yeah.
And the foul was a reprieve for Jamie Flanagan.
I've been impressed by Erne Gaels' aggressiveness in their tackling and the intensity of their tackling in these opening 12 minutes or so.
Yeah, well, I saw them first hand last Friday night, and I can vouch for that. And pace.
Yeah.
So no, they don't lack very much now when they're in this sort of mood.
Well, there's talent there. It's
Yeah,
just harnessing that talent and keeping it going and building the momentum and keeping that momentum.
Yes, and despite the fact that this might be regarded as a subsidiary competition, a win in this competition gains a bit of momentum, gains a bit of belief, and suddenly you're
up and running.
You're up and running.
Yeah.
As you go into the league, you're on the front foot.
Yeah, and both teams really don't have anybody to come back in. Am I right in saying? Well, Alton Callum for Belleek would be a huge plus. Devenish, no county players. Finn O'Brien, I see down below us here.
Right, Finn and
Malachi O'Flanagan both played for the minors today.
I'd say Finn would start.
Yeah, Barry Malone with the kick, and Barry's point at effort looks good. So important score for Devenish. Barry Malone with his second from a free, leaves it 3-2. Whatever breeze there is, it's probably favouring Devenish, I would have thought.
Yes, well, looking at those frees, it feels it certainly looks like that.
So kick out by Brian Ryder. Out in the middle of the field it goes. Good contest out there. Ball breaks favourably on this occasion for Jamie Flanagan. Flanagan to Jason Love. Love, 65 metres out, 45 metres out. Lays it off one more time. Back it goes to Robinson. Robinson gives it to Flanagan. Flanagan hungry for ball, it has to be said. Back to Love. Love gets a shot from distance. Didn't really look at the posts. Hit and hope, more or less, from Jason Love, and it goes to the left as we look out here in Canon Maguire Park, Derry Gonley, and a 4th wide of the game for the Devenish men. Sid Malone, Marty O'Brien down below us. Management team for Devenish. Seamus Ryder down there for the Belleek men. Brian Ryder with the kick out. Break ball, won on that occasion by Terry O'Flanagan. Flanagan lays it inside to O'Brien. Jarlath O'Brien gets it over towards Jack O'Brien. Cousins, of course. Back it goes again to Jarlath. Jarlath lays it off to Terry O'Flanagan. Terry might fancy this with the left foot. Thought about it. Elected to lay it off there to Luke Robinson. Robinson to Chris McGowan. McGowan feeds the ball in. There could be a mark here if it is caught. No, it's been left to Tom McHugh. He let it bounce. McHugh ploughing a lone furrow out there. The referee has his hand up. Will take a shot to nothing here, and the ball will be brought back. Good refereeing, it has to be said, by John Murphy. Maybe it was more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, funny, that's the thing about the advantage rule. The advantage had just accrued after 5 seconds, and then we go back out to a free on the sideline, whereas Devenish had good catch by Jason Love and a nice layoff and a possible handy enough score.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for referees.
It is, and you know the opinions. There's probably 4 or 5 opinions here in the press box, like
because I think Devenish players were looking for the free, But well, Barry Malone has scored 2 so far. This is an opportunity for his 3rd. This is probably the most difficult angle. I think he likes the look of this one as well, does he? No, it's gone to the left and wide. I think the referee indicated went over the post. Is that what he was signaling?
Don't know. There's only one umpire up there, is there?
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's the thing about that advantage. If that had gone over the bar, nobody could have said anything. But where was the advantage in it being brought back out to the sideline? Hard to know.
Brian Ryder, out it goes. Devenish doing well.
I tell you what, Devenish are doing very well in the middle of the field.
Certainly
despite the fact that I thought Michael Ogan and Brian
will dominate
would
that
have the
area.
better of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Luke Ryder done well there. Back, and Barry McCann now picks it up, gives it off to Oisín Callum. Callum, we've seen that terrific pace for the opening score of the game. Man screaming for it in the middle. There's Michael O'McGarrigle, but didn't get it. So the ball recycled. Eventually it's coming forward here now with Brian Mullen. Brian Mullen, experienced campaigner, back playing in the yellow and black. Did he overcarry it? Referee says no. Still Erne Gaels retain possession. Back it goes, recycled again there towards Oisín Callum. Callum gives it inside, opportunity from distance. An ambitious effort there by Luke Ryder. Really, I talked about a pop a goal the other side. That
great
was
pressure from Jack O'Brien, but in fairness, I give credit to him. But Luke had it in his head he was going to shoot, and whether Jack was there or not, like. So they're conceding the kick out.
Yeah. Seamus Ryder shouting down below us, we should be pushed up.
Yeah, because they don't have a sweeper in place, so somebody about the middle of the field is not picking somebody up.
Yeah, well, the instructions are being bellowed out down below us about how to rectify that situation. Devenish come again in the shape of Luke Robinson. Robinson, 45 metres out, lays it off to a man who's handled a lot of ball early on, is Jarlath O'Brien. Gives it back to Jason Love. Love to Barry Malone. Malone, always that bit of urgency when Barry has the ball. Gives it inside. Good ball. Picked up by Jarlath O'Brien. Back it goes to Terry O'Flanagan. Flanagan roving. Back it goes to Barry Malone. Malone, crossfield ball again. Over there towards Decky Rasdell. Rasdell thought about taking on his man. Elected to cut back inside. Lays it off to Luke Robinson. Robinson. Erne Gaels with everybody behind the ball, bar two players, Shane Rooney and Tommy McCaffrey. And over it comes now towards Jason Love. Love, good ball, the overlap from Barry Malone. Thought about it, elected to lay it off to Sean Tracy. Tracy tries to take on his man, but gives the ball away. Good harassment there. The ball given away. Brian Mullen was the man who gathered it. Comes down to Luke Ryder, plants a good ball inside, looking for the ever dangerous Shane Rooney. Rooney will look to get on to the left, lays it off to Tommy McCaffrey. McCaffrey's only one thing in his mind, still McCaffrey going. McCaffrey, carried the ball too long, says the referee. A little bit harsh, maybe, Peter?
Not sure. But it's funny, when you said a moment ago there that Devenish or Erne Gaels have everybody behind the ball and only have two men up, I was going to say those two men are Shane Rooney and Tommy McCaffrey, and with that amount of space they could do damage, and it nearly ended up like that. Hard for one sweeper to cover both sides and both men.
Yeah, and it looked like it's the water break here by the looks of things, so it looks like Decky Rasdell is favouring to play that sweeping role over on the left hand side, and the threat on that occasion came this side here with Rooney and McCaffrey. But I've been very, very impressed by Rooney's ball winning ability and his vision there to see Tommy McCaffrey. And McCaffrey's only one thing in his mind when he got the ball, and that was just go for goal. So Adam C are playing Lisnaskea in the other final, and it's 115 to 113 with two minutes of injury time, is it?
2 points in injury time.
2 points in it in injury time. 113 to 115 in favour of Skea.
Yeah, that's the final score.
Peter Clark's done a great job.
Yes, and again, okay, so it's a subsidiary competition, but it means that Skea have now something to hang on to,
very important,
build on.
Yeah, very important for a team, a big team with the stature of Lisnaskea. One would expect them,
Yes, to move up.
Yeah.
They've had their stay, and now they're going to do something about it.
Yeah, and Peter Clark and Daniel Kill in there leading on the management this year has certainly steadied the ship. So that's a good victory for them over an up and coming Adam C team as well.
Adam C team who had a very, very good 4 games. They have been. Pat Cadden doing great work there.
So after your reflections, first 15, 16 minutes here in Cal Maguire Park?
It's even. It hasn't gone around the middle of the field as I expected. Devenish have probably held the upper hand. Erne Gaels have looked very threatening up front, but just quite haven't delivered that overcarry by Tommy McCaffrey. That was probably going to end up in the net. They haven't delivered on those things, but any one of those could turn into a game-defining goal.
Yeah,
Devenish, on the other hand, haven't threatened goal. They've looked like they would be able to pick off points, but it's very even. I'd say both teams are reasonably happy.
Yeah, it's interesting. It has to be said. So Kick taken, and Thomas Tracy gathers the ball over the far side of the field. Happy to retain possession. Good ball inside there, looking for Lorcan O'Brien. O'Brien, a little bit of pace there, does well, gives it back to Tracy. Tracy lays it off one more time there to Luke Robinson. Robinson over the stand side of the pitch, back to Tom Tracy. Crossfield ball to JJ O'Brien. JJ O'Brien being told down below to run the ball. Still JJ back inside now. It's picked up on this occasion now by Lorcan O'Brien again. Lays it off to Jarlath O'Brien. Lays it inside. Good ball to JJ O'Brien. The three O'Briens combine and can finish with a score. The answer is yes. That's an excellent score by JJ O'Brien.
Yeah.
Three O'Briens involved in that. Jack O'Brien, Jarlath O'Brien, and finished off by JJ O'Brien.
But no, it was a very patient move and a lovely final pass. I think it was Paul McCaffrey came towards the ball and he just
cut inside him.
Cut inside him.
Yeah. Good vision. Brian Ryder with the kick out. Good distance on it. Up the go. Oh, heavy hit there by Jack O'Brien on Michael Oak McGarrigle. McGarrigle's been quiet. He's had a quiet start to the game.
Yeah, but that's what he does well. Catching the ball.
Egan Callum to Rooney. Rooney, good ball inside, but illegal, says the referee.
Shane Rooney might say he threw it up and then hit it.
Yeah,
but
that's what I thought he'd done too.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, in this case, the referee was a lot closer than we are.
Yeah. Jack O'Brien took a heavy hit there
from
Michael Oak.
He ran into Michael Oak.
Yeah.
And you'd have thought Michael Oak would have been the man gone down.
Yeah.
But geez, Michael Oak's a big man.
Yes, big unit.
Yes, and Jack ran into him with his chest.
Yeah. So Jack's young lad, I suppose.
Yeah.
What is he? 19 years of age, if that. So he's okay, fit to resume. Son of John Martin O'Brien, or as we all knew him as the Rat. So if he's as tough as his father,
yes,
he'll be all right. He'll not be sore for too long. As Tomas Tracy down below us comes out with the ball, looks up, kicks it right footed. Not a good ball on that occasion. Looking for Chris McGowan. Free goes the way of Erne Gaels. Ball in the hands of Brian Mullen. Thomas Tracy now has to scamper back as Mullen does well. Shows a good bit of pace there. Feeds it forward. Man, and loads of space in there is Shane Rooney. First real mistake of the game by Rooney, and well read by Decky Razzle. Razzle, good ball. Uses Barry Malone. Barry Malone now needs support. Has it there. In the shape of Tom McHugh. McHugh spreads the play over the far side of the field, and McHugh gets it back again. Devenish have worked this ball out well. Still McHugh going. Luke Robinson alongside, looking for offering support, and elects to give it to Jason Love instead. Hanging ball will favour the defender, one would suggest. Yeah, Shane Mimna up there, gathers it. Mimna does well, still striding out despite the best efforts of Jamie Flanagan. Mimna, that's a terrific run by Shane Mimna, but Jamie Flanagan has done terrifically well. He followed him the whole way out the pitch and overturned him. That's excellent play by
and for lots of the time he was chasing him, it didn't look like he was going to get near him, but when Shane Mimna slowed down, he was there with a good tackle and a good possession. But the ball that Shane Rooney didn't fail to hold down here, that was brilliant movement by him. He went towards the stand side and then cut back, and it was a good ball in. And
he had the space to operate it, but the first touch just let him
down. If he had caught it first time, he was in for a score.
Yeah. Sean Tracy lays it back there now. Devenish, patient, coming over this side of the field to Chris McGowan. McGowan back inside to Jarlath O'Brien, or JJ O'Brien, I should say. JJ lays it off there to Barry Malone. Good play by Malone. Threads an excellent ball into Tom McHugh. McHugh thought about the shot. Didn't fancy the angle he had. So solos the ball. Brings it back out. Has support from Sean Tracy. Tracy solos the ball. Tracy drops it. But Terry O'Flanagan screaming for it inside. But still Sean Tracy, brother of course of Tomas, lays it back out there to Chris McGowan.
Oh, well,
Martin
seen
Doherty,
Chris
yeah.
McGowan.
Yeah, Martin Doherty coming forward, cuts inside, lays it off one more time. Erne Gaels very, very deep. Surely there's a shot on from that sort of range there. They've dropped right back on the 20-metre line, asking Devenish to have a go, and Decky Razzle does have a go. An excellent effort by Decky Razzle, excellent score, but I'm very, very surprised at how deep Erne Gaels went on that occasion.
It almost seemed as if they were inviting Devenish to shoot from far out. Now that shot from Decky Razzle would put dropping back out of your head.
But, yeah, well, it's not the normal practice to drop that deep. Peter,
Yes,
sure.
yes, the 45 would be the range that you'd want people shooting from outside.
Yeah. So 4-3 in favour of Devenish. They trail 3 points to 1. They've scored the last 3 points. Barry Malone, J.J. O'Brien, Decky Razdell here on Monaghan Brothers Fermanagh GA TV. Coming to you live from Can Maguire Park in Derrygonnelly. Devenish in the Sensi, still going. Oh, foot trip, possibly. Well, we'll have to see what the referee decides to do on this occasion.
No, he's not
Decides
going
to do nothing. Your thoughts on that one?
Well, look at again. He's much closer to it than us. It might have been a clumsy challenge. I didn't see any, the foot trip. I didn't see a hand being flicked or anything. So, no, we leave that with the referee. Gentlemen.
Yeah, certainly closer, as you say, than us. But Paul McCaffrey may be fortunate enough. Barry Malone lines up the free. He's going further back than he's coming forward. Maybe he'll gain them few yards now. Kicks it right footed. That looks just curled it again to the left hand side and gone wide. And I suppose in a tight game like this, the wides counts as a little worrying for Devenish 6 to Erne Gaels 2.
Yes, I do feel, but that goals are going to be important. It's strange that Devenish have had the lion's share of possession, and yet Erne Gaels have had probably the better chances for goals. Yeah,
that's a great kick out there by Brian Ryder. Finds Michael Oak McGarrigle. McGarrigle lays it off to Callum. Callum, excellent score, is second of the day. Quick response. You would suggest then that Erne Gaels are getting their scores that little bit easier than Devenish.
It seems to be, certainly with less passes, that's for sure. A bit more direct. That was a kick out cut by Michael Oak and then transferred.
Ball was over the top. Sean Tracy gathers possession, does well, lays it off to Luke Robinson. Robinson, bit of space to operate in. Still Luke Robinson striding through. Still Luke Robinson. Did he take too much out of it? Lays it off to Flanagan. Flanagan gets the shot away. That looks good by Jimmy Flanagan. Over the bar it goes. Well worked.
Yes, well worked, surely.
I've been impressed by Jimmy Flanagan.
Yes, he's quick and he's accurate. I mean, what more do you want?
Mm-hmm.
But like Devenish are doing very well with what the amount of possession that they can turn into scores.
Yeah.
They're playing a lot of football out around the middle of the field, and yet they're threatening inside. How many other points have been from frees?
Barry Malone has had 2 from frees, and the rest have been from play.
Right.
So 5 points to 4 in favour of Devenish. Of course, keen neighbours and fierce rivals, I would suggest. Bringing it into the tackle there was Owen Johnson. Lucky enough to get out of it. Sean Tracy put in the hand, tried to dispossess. Ball picked up now by Brian Mullen. Devenish defending on the 45. Everybody behind the ball, literally everybody behind the ball. Forcing good hit there by Michael Oak McGarrigle and Jason Love. Now the ball threaded through, but Decky Razzle is the sweeper back in there, and Razzle does well. Seamus Ryder not happy with that play whatsoever.
Yes, but a perfect position by Decky Razdell. I think he deserves a lot of credit.
He's playing that role well. Something I haven't seen him do previously. It's the ball picked up now by Luke Robinson. Robinson threads the ball out over the stand side there. Devenish in possession. Back it goes one more time.
Yes, Devenish attacks are much more methodical.
Patient.
Patient. And then Belleek looks like they're going to tear you apart, but just haven't delivered inside the 20-metre line.
Yeah. Decky Razzle took it into the tackle, but got out of it. J.J. O'Brien. Now Belleek pushing up a wee bit more this time, and Decky's still been twisting and turning and going back the way. Back it goes to Thomas Tracy. Tracy coming out with it, has his brother. His brother's there, but Erne Gaels are really pushing up on this attack, and it'll be interesting to see if Devenish can manage to work their way out of
Yes.
defence, this is very interesting. It's the
Because
first time that Belleek have really pushed
It's
up.
very interesting because it leaves Erne Gaels a little short at the back. If they do manage to break quickly, and here they go.
Yeah, Thomas Tracy, the man with the ball, or Sean, I should say. That's a foul there on that occasion, and it's really interesting the style of football the Devenish are playing and how comfortable they seem to be in possession.
And they really are two different styles. One is quick attack,
More
and the other
direct.
one is slow, methodical, patient. Now we'll see, did Thomas learn anything from his first kick?
Yeah, well, I think, I know it sounds a bit silly, but I think the further out the better it is for Thomas.
Right,
if you understand what I'm
let me
saying.
mull over that one for a while.
You think on that one. When it sails over the bar, you'll not have to think anymore. So, all the pressure's on. I'm praying hard here. Thomas Tracy lines it up. Here he comes, left-footed, on its way. Looks good. Oh, it is good. You understand my point of view now?
I'll take off my hat.
He didn't let me down. That's an excellent kick, to be
You
honest.
think then that has to do with the pressure he feels under? You know, the closer he is to goal, the more is expected of him.
No,
Whereas the further away, he can strike it with.
There's maybe a bit of that, but
If he had missed it there, we wouldn't. Well, I might have said something alright, but you wouldn't have been that surprised. So I think that reduces the pressure on the kicker. Actually,
yeah. Well, he can give it more. That's what I feel about him. He needs to be given it that full throttle as such. But anyway, he done well. It's a good score. Devenish lead 6-4. Ball in the hands of Terry O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan lays it off. Again, Devenish very, to use your word, methodical in everything that they're doing here. Now, forced a little on this occasion. That could be a mark if it needed to be, and I'm not sure why Terry O'Flanagan didn't go for the mark. Maybe that's the reason, because he can curl and kick it over the bar like that there.
Brilliant ball in. It was a brilliant ball in.
Yeah.
And Terry's movement, I wasn't watching inside now, but Terry's movement must have been good because he was completely free.
Yeah. Devenish will be well pleased with how they have played this. Well, there were 3 points to 1 down after 12 minutes.
And things looked ominous.
Yeah. And now the lead 7-4, but they're dominating possession. It's as simple as that. So ball one on that occasion, close to the sideline here by Oisín Kellam. And Barry Malone having a little bit of chit-chat as the ball comes forward again with Owen Johnson. That looked like a push in the back, but he's got away with it. Still, Owen Johnson still coming. That looked like a throw ball. Referee still says play can continue. Michael Hearn gathers it. Back it goes to Oisín Kellam. Kellam switches the play. Over it goes towards Michael O'McGarrigle. McGarrigle 45 metres out. Erne Gaels could do with a score. Jack McCann, the man in possession. Back it comes again to Brian Mullen. Devenish with everybody behind the ball, bar one player. Bit of movement there by Ward. Not seen. And coming across is Michael Hearn. Hearn, man in space. Hearn picks up the ball as the man in space and kicks it over the bar. That's a well-worked score.
Yeah.
And one Belleek badly needed.
Yes, and it reminded you of some of the scores that Devenish have got. It was patient, cross-field, crossed back and forth. Egan Kellam did very well to slip it inside to Michael Hearn, and it was a good score.
Yeah. So
both teams have shown that they can do they can do these things. Of course, they wouldn't be here if they couldn't.
They'll be sitting down below us, some of them. Good kick on this occasion, great distance. That's a huge kick by Thomas Tracy. Can Jarlath O'Brien get on the end of that? Or JJ O'Brien, I should say. No. Referee says there's nothing in that. And Paul McCaffrey's the man, comes out with it. Strong tackling there by Barry Malone. Too strong, says the referee, and now a little bit of space for Shane Rooney to operate in, and turns his man immediately. Does well. Oh, great ball in to McCaffrey. McCaffrey turns inside his man. Goal chance! And he's placed it over the bar, but that just shows you the threat.
What a move now.
Yeah.
Brian Mullen's ball into Shane Rooney, and Shane Rooney's quick transfer. Tommy, that one or two chances he's been inside. He was blown for overcarrying for one. That one went over the bar. And I said earlier on, a goal could be a big thing in this game now.
Well, they do look like the team
most likely to score a goal. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, Tommy McCaffrey's electric, and he doesn't think about anything else but just beeline for the goals. So edging towards, as I say, half time. Thomas Tracy with the kick out, up the gopher, break ball, Terry O'Flanagan knocks it back, picked up there by Jason Love. Love being closed down, illegally so, says the referee, so the free will go the way of Devenish, and Barry Malone will be the man who will take it. Thomas Tracy elects not to come forward, the ball given away. Shane Mimna.
Done by Shane Mimna.
Yeah, does well.
Yeah.
That's it. Half time by the looks of things. Yeah. John Murphy calls for the ball. So we envisage that this will be a tight game. The game they played in the league, there was just a point between the sides. Erne Gaels won that by a point. And at half time here, just a point between them.
Yes, and neither team will be that complacent going into the second half. Erne Gaels will say that Devenish have turned their possession into scores. Okay, taking a lot of passes, but retaining possession and getting it into a scoring position. Whereas Devenish will be thinking, well, we give these boys too many chances inside and they're going to net on us. So I'd say both teams will be having pretty detailed discussions at half time. Nobody will be singing or clapping each other on the back just yet. No.
And that threat has been fairly persistent throughout the game with Rooney McCaffrey. Decky Raz is doing a lot of good work, but does he need more? Does he need more help?
Well, look at you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Then if you bring back two sweepers, you'll close it down inside, but you're going to be tortured out the field then with ball coming in. No, Decky Raz is doing all right. I don't see any real solution to it, except that they work hard out the middle of the field. And in Erne Gaels, when they go on that fast break, very, very hard to get a hand on them, very hard to get them slowed down. But no, it's a very interesting second half coming up now. It's still very much to play for.
Yeah. So half time here in Cam Maguire Park, Derry Conley in this Division 1B Fermanagh Club Players competition final. It's Devenish who lead by a single point. They lead 7 points to 6. Don't go too far away. Get yourself a cup of tea. Be back in 10 minutes for comprehensive coverage of the second half here on Monaghan Brothers Fermanagh GA TV.
Are you ready for something new? The all-new Hyundai i20 mild hybrid is ready to keep you safe. Ready to connect. And with £1,500 towards your deposit and 4.8% APR representative, it's ready for you now. The beautifully designed Hyundai i20. Ready to impress.
Díríomh agus fáilte go sra uair nua go GAA Cool Camps. Is mis gráine blízel agus béimiise agus séir réalta móra ón CLG líbe méanach an skillan nua onaníochta agus pelle is sponsraid. Agus dar nói, bé muid ag tuaird cuairt ar hailí tar bod na tíide. Mar sin seaach í suas, crahamach na matain agus mar san bhúil seachan na buinneogaí.
My name's Keir McMahon. I'm chairperson of St Patrick's Donor Fermanagh, and we're here tonight to take a look at our Dads and Lads group participating in a bit of recreational football. The idea of Dads and Lads football came from just a committee meeting looking at, we were starting our mothers and others, and we thought there's nothing there similar for fellas who used to play football or never accessed football, so we just thought we'd try something different and set it up from that. It's a recreational level, it's quite easy, it's very entry level, and we've honed it down, changed a few rules around to make it a bit more accessible, but it's all about having a bit of fun and inclusion. When we first set it up, a bit like that, I would have been playing senior football up to fairly recently, and I would have thought it would have been about people like myself, and that's who we sort of thought would come to it. But what we have found is it's people like myself mixed in with some people who have never played the game, some people who maybe only played it up to youth levels, and some people who, for different reasons, just didn't want to. Or
welcome back here to Maguire Park in Derrygonley for this Division 1B Fermanagh Club Players Competition final, evenly poised here between these keenest of rivals and of course close neighbours. That's Devenish, St Mary's and Erne Gaels Belleek, as the referee John Murphy throws it in, gets the action underway in the second half. Ball fed in by Erne Gaels close to the sideline, picked up on this occasion by Luke Ryder. Good ball to McCaffrey back to Rooney. They are the threat, those two guys. Rooney, one thing in his mind, get the shot away, but that was a good block on that occasion by Tom McHugh. Breaks delivery, Rooney has it again, shot goes in again, but this time it goes badly to the left hand side and goes wide, but Shane Rooney, one thing in his mind.
Yes, and there were I counted 8 Devenish players in the vicinity, and he still went for the shot. But there were a couple of good passes played before that. They do so many good things. And yet tonight they have failed to deliver, but they have 29 minutes to rectify that.
Yeah, the work rate of the Devenish team has been very impressive, Peter. Ball
it has, and they've been winning the middle of the field.
Ball picked up there by Terry O'Flanagan inside. O'Flanagan lays it back there to Jason Love. Love from distance. That's an ambitious effort from Jason Love. It looks good. That's a brilliant score from Jason Love. Score of the game, I would say.
But he
has that in his locker, but we don't see it often enough.
Yeah, well, the problem is that every time he scores one of those, it gives him the confidence or the boost to go for others.
Yeah.
And they don't all go over. No. But God, that was spectacular.
That was a super score from Jason Love, it has to be said. Brilliant score. Edges Devenish 2 in front. Good break there by Decky Razzle.
Devenish win in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Decky Razzle, the smallest man on the field.
Yeah. Tom McHugh, good ball in. Looking there for Terry O'Flanagan. Terry does well. Holt retains possession, takes on his man. That's a free. Brilliant by Terry O'Flanagan there.
Yeah, it was
on Paul Ward, and one is free.
But great break, Decky Razzle breaking it down, picked up, and a brilliant ball played into Tommy, under severe pressure too from Paul Ward.
Yeah, excellent play by Decky Razzle. He has performed very, very well in this opening 35 minutes of the game. Barry Malone lines up the kick. All kicks are important, but this stage, Devenish 3 in front. Barry's kicked, kicked it well. That's his third of the evening, I believe. 1, 2, Barry Malone, third of the evening. So a free taker so important, as you're aware, Peter.
Yeah.
See Ben McCann coming onto the field to play there.
Right.
And coming off
Is
down below is
Egan
Egan Kellan.
Kellan.
22 is Ben McCann.
Devenish seem to have gone man to man.
Man to man for kick outs, is it?
Yeah.
Interesting tussle over there,
Michael
which has been
Hearn.
won by Michael Hearn. Looking for a free and winning a free.
Right.
Taken quickly in towards Rooney. Rooney lays it off. Opportunity now for a score, but that time it's snatched up badly and gone to the left hand side and gone wide. Erne Gaels second wide of the second half. They only had 2 in the entire first half. They've matched that tally already.
Yeah, no, that was a wild shot, I thought.
I think it was Owen Johnson was the corner back.
He didn't even feel like he was going to score himself.
Yeah.
I wonder, is there a slight advantage playing, as we were looking at it, from left to right, from the changing room side to the right, because it seems easier to play better ball?
Yeah, I always believe that was the case here in Derry Gonley.
And then Thomas Tracy kicks it to the other 45
He does.
to contradict us.
Yeah. He's a terrific kick out on that occasion again. As Michael O'McGarrigle is fouled. Ben McCann, a lot of space over here, this near side, looking for the ball, but ball and the play is over the stand side here, and brilliant facilities here in Callum Maguire Park in Derry Gonley. As coming forward now with it is Oisin Callum. That burst of pace again, still Callum. This is excellent from Callum. Did he carry too long? He did. And Devenish very pleased with that turnover.
Yes, and in fairness to the Devenish players that were there, making running interference on him, making life difficult, and caused them to overcarry it.
This game is really well poised between these keen rivals. As the ball is fed forward now to Sean Tracy. Tracy fists a good ball into space, picked up by Terry O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan will try to get onto that trusty left foot, lays it off to McGowan. Great chance for Chris McGowan. McGowan, can he deliver? The answer is he can deliver. That's an excellent score by Chris McGowan, but really intelligent play by Terry O'Flanagan.
Yes, and he timed his run very well, took it, and then, in fairness to Chris McGowan, confidently struck.
Excellent score by Chris McGowan. So good range of scores for Devenish as well. Barry Malone with 3, Chris McGowan, Jason Love, JJ O'Brien, Jamie Flanagan, Decky Razzle have all scored. So too has Terry Flanagan. So good range as Decky Razzle now the man in possession. He'll cross field, confident in his play, gives it to Jack O'Brien.
It was Decky Razzle that broke that ball in the middle of the field again.
Thomas
Fair
Tracy,
play to
look,
him.
look at where he's heading. 45 metres out, still going. Oh, a loopy one. Doesn't give the small forward much of a chance, and that small forward was Chris McGowan. And now an opportunity for Erne Gaels to break, as Owen Johnson is the man. Feeds it forward there to Luke Ryder. Ryder looks up, delivers a ball. Not a good ball by Luke Ryder. Well read there by
Well, it
Martin
was,
Doherty.
obviously Tommy McCaffrey had made a run and pointed and then came back.
Yeah.
Because Luke would usually give good ball now.
Yeah. Erne Gaels looking to press, but the press was beat there. Tommy McCaffrey back working hard, but Devenish always have a man to lay it off to. Barry Malone on this occasion, he can come into the centre now, or he can switch it over the far side. That's what he elects to do. He made Jack O'Brien work for that one, but Jack doesn't mind working. Well picked up by O'Brien. Lays it off to Decky Razzle. Razzle, man running off the shoulder there was Luke Robinson, but Decky decides to come back inside, gives it to Jack O'Brien again. O'Brien lays it off eventually to Luke Robinson. Robinson, methodical in everything that he does. Retains possession to Decky Razzle. Razzle now calling somebody to come towards him. And now spreads an excellent ball out this side, and the man in space is Jordan O'Brien. O'Brien lays it forward again, picked up on this occasion by Jason Love. He scored a brilliant point a few moments ago. Did he carry this one too long? The referee says he did. So now Belleek will fancy their chances to counter-attack, because Devenish have quite a few men pushed up for that attack. Martin Doherty and Tommy McCaffrey. McCaffrey gathers the ball, cuts inside Doherty. Still McCaffrey lays it off to Rooney. Rooney twists and turns, looking about getting the shot away. Excellent effort from Rooney, but it's gone to the left and gone by. But I think the referee is going to bring this one back for the advantage. Tug round the ball.
Yeah.
But then two lads have some pace.
Yes, and yet the score is 10-6 to Devenish. So Devenish are getting the scores while Belleek at this stage are threatening to get the scores.
Yeah. Well, this should be.
It's kind of a life for you, like when you start to move.
Yeah. I mean, Martin Doherty's no slouch, and Tommy McCaffrey left him clean pair of heels there. This should suit Shane Rooney with his left foot. He scored 1 point in the game to date. This should be 2, and over the bar it goes. Yeah, from Shane Rooney. So Erne Gaels important to keep within touching distance.
Yes, they needed that score, because they've had a number of attacks that were fruitless there, and that may settle them. But they're still having problems in the middle of the field, which is all credit to Devenish, because Michael Ogue and Brian Mullen would cause anybody problems in the middle of the field.
Yeah, well
a lot of it's been breaks. Sorry.
Yeah, Brian Mullen's got on a fair bit of ball, but Brian Ogue's been quiet, I have to say. Lad with huge potential. There he is now. He has done very well on that kick out. Oh, Thomas Tracy on the ground. What did the referee see there? He stopped the game for a head injury. Held the ball.
Sean, is it?
Yeah, Sean Tracy. Yeah. Yeah, physio coming onto the field there is Miss Hamilton, Sinead on the field. They're doing the treating of the Devenish player, Sean Tracy. Fermanagh ladies could have done with Sinead down in Uri today. Well, what did I say, Sinead? Yeah, Sean Hamilton.
Of course, look it up.
Yeah. Don't know where I got Sinead out of. Sinead's the older sister, that's what it is. She's probably listening to me in Manchester and going, what's that jet boy raving about there? Sinead and Shauna. The ball fired forward there by Brian Mullen. That's an excellent effort by Brian Mullen. I did say that he's got on a fair bit of ball throughout this game, and that's his first score as Devenish introduced a sub with Rory Doherty coming on down below us. That was a fine score.
It was a fine score, and it was all his own work too. Carried it forward, decided when he was going to shoot, and then slung it over very, very nicely.
10 minutes played in the second half, and Sean Tracy, the man who picked up that injury a few moments ago, he's replaced by Rory Doherty. Rory Doherty on his day is a fine footballer.
Yes, with loads of pace as well. Would often play in the half-back line and get forward with purpose.
Yeah. So Rory Doherty on. Ball breaks. There you are. Rory Doherty's the man, picks up the break ball. Rory Doherty, keen, lays it forward, and J.J. O'Brien gathers it. Back inside it goes to Luke Robinson. Robinson to Rory Doherty again. Doherty lays it over there towards Flanagan. Back it goes, or towards Charlotte O'Brien. O'Brien to Barry Malone. Malone looks up, tries to thread a ball inside. Well taken on that occasion. Put up the hand for the mark, but it came off the crossbar. It was Jason Love that had stolen there. I thought he had called for the mark, but the referee...
The ball was... Barry Malone kicked it from inside the 45.
Right.
No, I did notice that. But what a ball. Yeah. What a ball. In the tight space, in over the cornerback's head.
And here's Shane Rooney now to punish at the other end, or maybe even worse, Tommy McCaffrey, and a goal! And it's blocked off one of the Devenish defenders.
Marty Doherty?
Yeah. I think it was Marty Doherty that came across there.
Yeah.
So hitting the crossbar at one end of the pitch from Jason Love to...
That would have been a turning
sure
30 seconds.
Yeah. It was a fine effort by Jason Love from a dangerous angle, or from an acute angle, I should say.
And it would have put real daylight between the two teams.
Oh, a goal in this game would be crucial.
Yeah.
So 45, and who has the responsibility? It's looking like it's going to be Barry McCann.
And again, he can score these. The amount of players on teams who can stroke over 45s is frightening.
Something you weren't bad at yourself, it has to be said.
Gee, I don't know, it was outside my range. Of course, it was a heavier ball.
Of course. I was waiting for the justification. That's super.
Look at that.
That is absolutely
that.
brilliant. That is a brilliant score from Barry McCann.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailed it.
So the gap is now just to one.
Just to one. Yeah. Devenish were 4 up after a great start to the second half. But Barry McCann with a point there, and that was preceded by Brian Mullen and Shane Rooney, has narrowed the gap to 1 point. 12 minutes played in the second half. This one go to the wire. Oh, what a take there by Jason Love. That point that he scored has certainly give him confidence. And Rory Doherty of the field of play lays it off. Did he carry it too long? No. Referee says play can continue. Tried to get it over there to Terry O'Flanagan, but Erne Gaels working hard. Winning possession there is Paul McCaffrey. McCaffrey to Owen Johnson. Johnson gives it across. A bit of a late challenge there by Jason Love on Owen Johnson. It'll be interesting to see what the referee decides to do on this one. The linesman being influenced down below us as to what it should be as we follow the play with Michael McGarrigle. McGarrigle retains possession, fists it forward inside to Rooney. Rooney turns onto the right foot, solos with the right, will look to come back on the left, one would think. Good shoulder there by Martin Doherty, but referee says illegal.
I thought Lorcan O'Brien had sort of turned him into Martin Doherty, and Martin Doherty then when he was in the process of shouldering him and probably got him in the back now, in fairness.
Okay, yeah.
And this is Shane Rooney's preferred side. Now, having said that, after having taken a bit of a rap,
well, he steadies down and
he's going to take his time.
Getting his focus. He hit the point there a few moments ago from a free in around that area.
And this is to level it.
This will be 4 in a row for Erne Gaels Belleek, and he nails that one as well. So that levels matters. With 14 minutes played in the second half, there is extra time, I assume, here this evening. Yeah. So we could be here for the late night shift.
Yes. So Jason Love's brilliant effort came back off the crossbar, and Erne Gaels scored a point. Rory Doherty looked like he was going to cut through the Erne Gaels defence and overturned, and Erne Gaels point. So a bit of a pattern there, but
ball kicked out, break ball won again by Belleek. They're starting to dominate, starting to turn the screw a little here. Good ball into Tommy McCaffrey, great movement. McCaffrey looked to take on Doherty, twists inside, has room to get a shot away. Back inside it goes to Hearn. He's got a point in the first half, but this time it goes to the left hand side and goes wide. So I think the referee will call for the water break at this juncture. Yeah. Exactly 15 minutes played in the second half. I'll stop the watch on this occasion so that we're right up with time. So, Peter, there was a point in at half time to Devenish. They scored 3 points in the trot. Looked to be in the ascendancy. leading 10 points to 6 after 8 minutes played in the second half, but in the last 7 minutes, 4 points on the bounce from Shane Rooney, Brian Mullen, Barry McCann with that 45, and another one from a Rooney free, leaves it all square and all to play for.
Yes, and it has been a bit like that. It has been, one team threatened seriously. I'll go back to that Jason Love effort. Like, he threatened to score a goal, brilliant ball in, looked like he was going to bag it, hit the crossbar, down the field, and Erne Gaels got a point from it. They turned them over a couple of times at crucial times and got scores as a result. It's okay turning people over, but to get scores from a turnover is helps your own confidence and doesn't do the opposition any good.
Little bit of an altercation down here in the Devenish camp. Barry Malone looking to address that and sort it out. A couple of players having a few words with one another, but maybe that's a healthy sign, is it?
Well, it maybe means they care. But no, they're going to need their level heads on now for this last 15 minutes. Erne Gaels certainly don't look like they're going to run out of steam.
Devenish have put in an awful lot of work in that first half.
They have. Is the other interesting thing, during that, since half time to the water break, Devenish didn't play with an out and out sweeper. They didn't play with Decker Rasdale. I commented a couple of times on him breaking ball in the middle of the field. Now, is that it's good going forward, getting possession, but is it, well, look, that's one of those ones. It's a balancing act.
I just wonder if the two lads in the middle of the field, just have the energy levels now to sustain it for the 60 minutes. It is quite a warm evening.
Right, well, I tell you what, Brian Mullen and Michael McGarrigle have.
They have. Yeah. And that would be the concern, I would think, from a Devenish perspective.
You have to give the Devenish boys credit so far.
They've
probably won the middle of the field. Now, I suppose we're coming into the home straight and things take on a completely different complexion.
Yeah, so 15 minutes played exactly, and we're ready to go for the last 15 here. As Thomas Tracy lands a good ball out. What a kick that is from Thomas Tracy. Reaches the opposition's 45. Picked up on this occasion by Oisín Kellam. Kellam fists it forward looking for Paul McCaffrey. The tackles go in from Barry Malone illegally, but a worrying sign here is that Barry Malone went to ground. Not sure what exactly happened. Barry's holding his face, is it?
Not sure. What?
Well, his ankle now seems to be the problem, as Shauna Hamilton comes on to give him some attention. Yeah, it is the right leg.
Maybe the way he fell, and Devenish don't need this now.
No, Barry's a key, pivotal player.
Just interesting too, Tommy McCaffrey, who started off in the corner, is now playing out in the middle of the field with Shane Mimna and Paul Ward as the two last defenders. And Paul has been doing fairly well out there. Actually, he's got a couple of breaks. He had a good shot, or a good attacking shot that bounced off Martin Doherty.
Yeah, so Tommy playing a bit further. Now Barry's getting back onto his feet gingerly, one would suggest, as Malagoo Flanagan gets ready to enter the field of play. He came on for the last 30 seconds in Breffni Park today. You may or may not have noticed that.
No, I did, but his commitments are finished there, unfortunately.
Yeah, very unfortunate today. I don't mind to bring you in on that at half time, but maybe if we get a moment we'll talk about that later. As Brian Ryder picks up possession. A beautiful evening here in Derrygonley. Wonderful facilities and a wonderful evening for a game of football. Not a breeze. Both these neighbours looking to have the bragging rights, I suppose, and go home with a little bit of silverware. As Erne Gaels come forward there in the shape of Oisín Kellam. Ball laid off there to Brian Mullen. Landed a great score a few moments ago. Gives it back there to Brian McGarrigle. McGarrigle back to Paul Ward. Ward to McCaffrey. McCaffrey to Barry McCann. McCann looks up. Threads the ball over here to Jack McCann. Jack McCann. Devenish pushing up to the 45, but there's a little bit of space there for is it McGarrigle to operate in. Gets the shot away and probably should have done better on that occasion. The opportunity was there. He had the time, he had the space, but It's going to the left-hand side and gone wide.
Yes, and we're coming into the home straight now, and each one of these is going to be very, very important.
So number 23 coming out of the field of play, that's Malachi O'Flanagan, and coming off is Jack O'Brien.
Yeah, I think Jack maybe suffered from that knock he got in the first half. It took a bit of the wind out of his sails now.
So that'll mean a slight readjustment in the way the Devenish set up. I'll let you analyse that as we follow the play with Decky Rasdell. Rasdell coming out with it, will probably use his goalkeeper here. Yeah, back it goes to Thomas Tracy. Belleek very much pushing up 1-on-1 at this juncture. Happy for Thomas Tracy to come out with possession. The spare man is now created, and that's Lorcan O'Brien. O'Brien lays it off to Luke Robinson, to his midfield partner. Back inside it goes now to Chris McGowan. McGowan threads the ball forward, looking for Terry O'Flanagan. Spun his man there. Flanagan gathers the possession. Belleek with plenty of players back. Difficult space to operate in, but J.J. O'Brien gathers the ball for Devenish. Back it goes to Luke Robinson. That patient play we've seen an awful lot of in the first half, being developed here again as O'Flanagan gets his first touch of the game. Gives it back there to Charlotte O'Brien. O'Brien back inside it goes to Robinson. Robinson, not a lot of movement inside at the moment, so Devenish comfortable in holding the possession. Good ball by Decky Rasdell. His foot passing has been a feature of this evening's game, as the ball is eventually given here now to Terry O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan back inside, space now for J.J. O'Brien. J.J. O'Brien gets a shot away, but rushed it a little after a patient build-up. Rushed it there at the end, first way of the second half.
Yes, and it's not like him. But the interesting thing about that attack was Jason Love had gone all the way into full forward. Right. So either a long high ball in, or a failed shot, or a ball off the post run, and he would have caused serious problems. There is no change actually with O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan has just come on because Jack O'Brien was playing out in the half-back line.
Yeah, and O'Flanagan's just slotted in there.
Yeah.
And it looks like Jason Love has been moved into the full forward line. Peter, you well spotted. As he's deployed around that area, but will they use him? Well, there's an opportunity now to use him. Good ball in, too much on it, is there? Yeah, well watched on that occasion by Brian Ryder.
That's a very difficult ball to play in. That high, hopeful ball. It really, it nearly needs to be a failed shot.
Yeah. Brian Mullen picks it up, lays it off. Down below us to Tommy McCaffrey. McCaffrey sides level here, 10 points apiece. Haven't had a score since the water break. Still McCaffrey goes. Still McCaffrey in towards Rooney. Rooney gathers it. Rooney will look to get in the left. Oh, hand in.
There's a couple of there. Maybe he's going for a pocket, is he?
I don't know if there was a lot in that, to be honest. It was.
Well, no, the previous one. The Tommy McCaffrey one.
Yeah.
Now, when I saw Tommy picking up the ball just underneath us here, virtually in the middle of the field, I thought to myself, that's not the place for Tommy McCaffrey. Having said that, he has now ended up with the ball inside in the D in a very scoreable position, and a free for Shane Rooney.
Yeah, and this should give Belleek the lead, and it's the first yellow card, I think,
who
of the
got the
game.
card?
Decky Rasdell, as you said, on Tommy McCaffrey, the first one. So Devenish trailed 3 points to 1. The level matters in the 19th minute of the game, and since then they haven't trailed in the game, but they will go one behind here now as we go down the home straight. If Shane Rooney can kick this one over the bar, he's kicked 3 already in the game. This should be a simple kick for Shane. He steadies down, straightens up, looks at the post, looks at the ball, takes 1, 2, 3 steps forward, kicks it left footed, kicks it high, kicks it accurately, kicks it over the bar. 4th point of the game for Shane Rooney, but more importantly, it edges Erne Gaels Belleek 1 point in front. Good time to take the lead.
Yes, and it's not that Devenish haven't had the ball in Erne Gaels' half. They have, but they haven't made the best use of it.
Yeah, well, Devenish should be worried by the fact that they haven't scored since the 4th minute of the second half when Chris McGowan pointed. Referee wanting a word with somebody here?
No, he's just waiting. There's a substitution.
I've taken a note of the game, so I've missed that, or a note of that score. Number 25 coming on there. Probably haven't been given the number.
No. It's Ulton O'Reilly. I was looking at the togs. The togs are Fermanagh togs.
All right.
That he was wearing earlier on today in Beffley Park. Now I didn't recognise the togs, just the colour.
So ball fed forward now towards Charles O'Brien. It looked like a free, and this is kickable. This is kickable. Will Thomas Tracy come forward for this? I think he may. Well, Barry.
Tracy is on Barry's side.
It is. Well, he doesn't like that ball. That's the first thing. He's definitely the man that's going to kick it. He now has 2 balls to choose from. Well, the referee's brought it forward a couple of metres.
Yeah,
for
to a
some
better,
reason.
more favourable position. No, I think in fact that was where the free was. That's where the free occurred.
If I was an Erne Gaels man, I'd be looking at back on the 45-metre line.
Yeah.
So,
and probably never will be an Erne Gaels man.
Barry Malone kicks it right for. That's a brilliant kick by Barry.
Mighty score.
Absolutely.
That is a mighty score.
Super
A bit of pressure
score.
as well for the first time in the game on his free taking.
So all level again.
Yes, but that's Devenish's first score, and it had to be from a free from maybe 5, 6, 7 possessions in the Erne Gaels half.
First score in 20 minutes, Peter.
Right. Well, that's probably what I meant, but I went a roundabout way of saying it.
Well, we knew where you were going. You just got stuck on the roundabout. Kick out now by Brian Ryder coming onto the field of play there. A double substitution for Devenish. Number 19 is Adam Gallagher, and number 20 is Caelan Feely. So Adam Gallagher and Caelan Feely, and coming off is Chris McGowan
and
Jarlath O'Brien. Them 2 lads can be pleased. Is there youthfulness about this Devenish team as well?
Yes.
Yeah, you have the experience, of course, of Barry Malone, and that's well broke again and well won on that occasion. Malachy Flanagan dropped it at a crucial time, and one of the Devenish players struggling in the middle of the field.
Look at.
I think it was. Belleek come forward with it there with Michael McGarrigle. Back to Brian Mullen. Mullen lays it off to Jack McCann. McCann, the man in space out here, is Paul McCaffrey. Thought about having a go, gives it to his namesake. That's Tommy McCaffrey. Tommy faced up there by Martin Doherty, as he has been all night. Sides level here, 25 minutes played in the second half. Just the 5 minutes remaining as Belleek go in search of another score. Ball fed inside. Opportunity is certainly here now for Mark Burns, who's on the field of play. Burns' shot comes off the post. That was a brilliant opportunity for Belleek to take the lead. Ball fed forward there towards Rory O'Brien. Little bit more frenetic now. Strong tackle there. Too strong. Referee says lucky enough, Jimmy Flanagan, I would suggest.
Yeah.
So, bit of edginess now in the game as we enter the last 4 minutes, and the sides lock level at 4 apiece. So, that effort from Mark Burns.
Yes, and that was a gimme. Like,
it was.
No, I don't know whether he's a shooter normally, or whether he went at it casually, but could be
costly.
Costly, is right.
Luke Flanagan, or Luke Robinson, I should say, is the man receiving a little bit of attention, and meanwhile the referee wants a word with Paul McCaffrey, and he picks up a yellow card. Must have been something off the ball. I seen the linesman notifying him something. Barry Malone delivers a long ball into space. Couple of Devenish men there. Well picked up there by Rory Doherty, and a good tackle. That goes out over the line. That's a Devenish ball.
Yeah. Now, that was a good free from Barry Malone a few moments ago, but he's going to have a go with this one too.
And I think rightly so.
Yeah.
Certainly have the distance. Will he have the accuracy? Might bring it out a yard or two to create a little bit of a better angle. Yeah, the short was on. Well worked there with Terry O'Flanagan. Now Malone with it. That's a brilliant effort by Barry Malone. What a score. Yeah. What a leader he is, Barry Malone.
In fairness now, that's 2 great scores, and well engineered by Terry as well. Looked uninterested and then turned quickly. Barry was on the same page and laid it back and split the post. He has kicked the ball brilliantly. He has scored.
Shades of the
league.
He scored 5 points.
Yeah. Now some of them were frees, but none of them were easy. None of them were gimmies.
Shades of the league final 4 or 5 years ago against Erne. when he stepped up and kicked a wonderful point to win the league final for Devenish against Erne, as Devenish managed to retain possession through Adam Gallagher. Back it goes there to Decky Razzle. Razzle uses his goalkeeper Tom Tracy. Tom Tracy, plenty of room to operate in over there. 28 minutes played in the second half. Devenish lead by a point, 12 points to 11. Ball is in the hands of Adam Goller. Did he hold it too long? Referee says no. Goller threads it forward. That could be a mark. Yeah, indeed it is. Intelligent play there by Rory Doherty. He has 15 seconds to take pot of the post, and I would suggest if this one goes over, it could be the winning score. It's on its way, but it's gone to the left-hand side and gone wide.
That's the thing about the mark. It was great to take them, a great ball in, great mark, but from a very difficult position to score from. If I was a right-footed player, would he have been safer playing
continuing
on?
The play.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, at this stage of the game, when
yes,
it's
as time as much.
Yeah. Now the referee spots a bit of hole in there out the field, so he's told the goalkeeper to bring the ball out. So it was J.J. O'Brien on Jack McCann, bit of holding. So wherever you are in the world, whether you're supporting Devenish or you're supporting Belleek, we're in the sunshine here in Derrygonley enjoying this game. 10 points or 12 points to 11 in favour of Devenish. There was 1 point between them when they met in the league counter early in the year. Oh, that looked like decent enough tackling, it has to be said, by Terry O'Flanagan, but the referee awards the free. Belleek need a point to bring this game to extra time. Ball fed forward, good ball down towards Tommy McCaffrey again. McCaffrey goes to ground. Referee says there was nothing in that, but there certainly is something in the next one. So Martin Doherty is the man who commits the free. Free taken quickly by McCaffrey. Looks for Rooney. Back to McCaffrey. The twin threat. Here comes McCaffrey again, cutting inside. Still McCaffrey. Devenish with plenty of players back to Rooney. Rooney, that's a high challenge, and too high, says the referee, and the referee will award the free to the Belleek men, and this will be the opportunity, I would suggest, to level the game. It was Barry Malone who was penalised for an overzealous tackle, and coming onto the field down below is number 30. We certainly don't have a name for whoever number 30 is. We will try and establish that, but we'll follow the play. And is it Tommy McCaffrey's going to take this free, Peter, and is he taking it off the ground? I'm not sure who's setting that ball on
see.
Is it
Barry
McCann? Yeah.
Scored a 40. I don't know.
Yeah, Barry McCann.
Back.
Yeah.
No, I know it's Barry McCann, but he's sending him back a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's where the foul was.
No, I don't think it was either.
No.
Oh, there's definitely much more central.
Yeah, and that has made it just incrementally more difficult.
It certainly has, and the sun now has come out as well, which is shining directly on him when he looks up to hit this. So
yeah, Shane Mimna has left the field there with an ankle injury.
Yeah, Shane Mimna came off and number 30 came on. So here's Barry McCann, pressure kick from Barry. It looks good. It has gone over the bar, I believe. Yeah.
I don't think it was ever in any doubt.
No.
Actually.
Yeah. The umpire just was a little bit slow to go to his flag. So the Barry McCann, Barry Malone have certainly hit some magnificent points late in this game.
One last attack, maybe.
Level things. 31 minutes played. Didn't see any board or anything go up below us. Devenish playing that ball out cautiously, as they have done throughout. That was Adam Gallagher who was fouled, and the free will go the way of the men from Devenish. One final play in the game possibly. Here comes Tom McHugh for Devenish St Mary's. The sides lock level, 12 points apiece. Is there a winner in normal time, or are we heading for extra time? Barry Malone puts down the burners, gives the ball inside. Man there going to ground is Tom McHugh. McHugh feeds it back out to Barry Malone. Malone gives it to Luke Robinson. Robinson has an opportunity. Will he go for it? Still Robinson. Will he go for it? Robinson goes for it. Gets the shot away. It's gone to the left hand side and gone wide. And that, I would suggest, is probably the last kick in normal time. It'll probably go to extra time here by the looks of things. The referee hasn't looked at the watch as yet. Kick out taken. No, he's going to allow another play. We've played 32 minutes of the second half. I did stop the watch for the water break, so that isn't included in that, as the ball is in the hands of Jack McCann. McCann feeds it over the far side of the field. The opportunity now for Michael Hearn. Hearn is tugged back there. Referee allows play to continue. Ball fed forward. Martin Doherty does well. Brilliant play by Martin Doherty, and Devenish turned that one over. Adam Goller is the man in possession of the ball. Adam Goller lays it off there. The opportunity for Devenish. Ball threaded forward. Good ball to Terry O'Flanagan. Terry O'Flanagan cuts inside, twists and turns. 45 metres out. Lays it back there one more time. The ball's in the hands of Jamie Flanagan. Flanagan drops it. Flanagan now goes for it. Gets the shot away. Blocked down. Rory Doherty gathers it. Doherty, is there a winner in this game? Ball fed across. We've played 33 minutes in the second half. Ball in the hands of Luke Robinson. Robinson thought about giving it to Malone. Did he overcarry the ball? I think he might have. The referee says there's a free in it, and Thomas Tracy will fancy this. Thomas Tracy will definitely fancy this. Now, I think the Robinson was lucky, Peter.
I think Robinson was lucky as well. I thought he had maybe possibly overcarried it, and he was being tackled by two men, and he looked like he had taken more steps than he did.
Well, Tommy McCaffrey has now said something to the referee, and McCaffrey may well be in a spot of bother, but Thomas Tracy is inching forward a centimetre at a time here. He's been told by Paul McCaffrey to step back, but Paul McCaffrey won't be the judge. It'll be the linesman down below us and the referee. Yellow card was brandished there to Tommy McCaffrey, and here we go, Peter. This is a huge kick for Thomas Tracy, because if this goes over, I have no doubt that Devenish will win this competition. But it's a massive kick. How many metres is he out?
Yes, he's 55. But you mentioned earlier on that he prefers him from further out.
He does.
So maybe this is going his way.
Well, I think he'll have the distance, but
Right.
whether it's the accuracy, Sid Malone can't look at it down below as manager of the team. Sid Malone, Thomas Tracy hits it, it's on its way. He had the distance, but he didn't have the accuracy. It's well held by Jason Love. Love lays it back out, but Erne Gaels get in there with Jack McCann as the man who won it, and surely the referee's going to blow the final whistle. No, he's awarded a free, and play can continue. So we may well get a winner from the Belleek men now. Devenish have had their opportunity. 35 minutes played in the second half. Not sure where all this injury time has come out of, but this is the opportunity now for Belleek. Michael Hearn is the man in possession. Hearn striding forward, not a good ball forward, well run by Barry Malone. What a brilliant piece of reading by Malone there. Cut out the danger, and now Devenish can build a game, but the referee has called for the ball. It's all over, and well, it's going to go to extra time and maybe penalties. No penalties. Replay after extra time. So
Well, I suppose, look, in many ways it is a fair enough result at this stage. Both teams have had their spells. Both teams have had great scores and great play. But just in that last 5-10 minutes, neither of them could pluck the amount of quality that was required to get the winning score.
yeah, and Devenish probably had the better opportunities. Possibly that mark from Rory Doherty, and that
Yes.
free there from Thomas
Yes, a
Tracy.
55-metre free goes down as a relatively good chance.
Well, that's the modern game.
Yeah.
I think we'll take a break, Peter.
Yes.
We'll rest the voices.
Yes.
If our producer's happy enough, we'll sign off here. Welcome back to Canon Maguire Park, Derrygonley. First period of extra time just starting. The sun shining bright here after a cloudy day and cloudy afternoon. It's turned out to be a wonderful sunny evening. A lot of players now, and the referee is shielding his eyes from the bright sunshine as Luke Robinson gathers possession for Devenish, feeds it to Barry Marone. Marone, not a good ball on that occasion. It's interesting, all the other players in the Devenish team are happy to retain possession and recycle it, but Barry's very direct in his passing as the ball is fed forward. Looking for McCaffrey, good hands from McCaffrey. McCaffrey still going, had the opportunity to take the mark. Lays it back there to McCaffrey, Paul McCaffrey. Paul McCaffrey to Tommy McCaffrey. Back out it goes one more time to Alton O'Reilly. O'Reilly lays it off. Rooney goes to the post, but Rooney's shot goes to the left hand side and goes wide.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kept in play over there by Tomas Tracy. Took my eye off it to note the wide, but Thomas ran over and kept it in play. As crossfield ball now to Barry Marone. Marone feeds it forward there, picked up by Larkin O'Brien. O'Brien goes to ground but lays the ball off to his namesake and his cousin, JJ O'Brien. Gets it back to Barry Marone. Marone looks up, 45 metres out from goal. Oh, a bit of waiting there on that occasion by Adam Galler. Barry Marone tries to go in to retrieve the situation, but it's a turnover by Michael Hearn. Hearn can the punish. Oh, brilliant tackle. Absolutely super tackle on that occasion by Adam Galler. The ball is now in the hands of Jason Love. Love lays it off. Comes eventually there to Terry O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan to Love. Scored a cracker in the first half, or in the second half, and scores another cracker. You said if he got one, he'd get a few. That he's done.
Well, I said he'd take a few shots, but that was a cracker.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the decision down here. That's the only thing but no, that was a good score, and he can do that.
The turnover, as in the tackle.
Yeah. I thought the fella came in from behind.
He played the ball. He knocked the ball away. That's a foot tackle there by Jamie O'Flanagan, and he could be in a spot of bother here. This could be a black card, possibly.
Well, he didn't say that.
No.
You know, he tangled with him, I suppose, more than.
Yeah, yellow card for, it was Caelan Feely on that occasion.
This is Rory McGarrigle coming in now, number 21, I think.
21 is, Rory McGarrigle out on the field of play. Didn't see who went off there, Peter, but
no, I didn't.
Pick that up later, maybe. So the ball is fed forward there to Paul McCaffrey. Paul McCaffrey, heavy hit there. McCaffrey by Jamie Flanagan. I don't know, was there?
No, I thought that was shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. Well, that looked a bit harsh now. It was down directly below us.
We see so few well timed and well executed shoulder charges.
He's indicating that it was that he touched the head, but well, so a yellow card, first of the evening for Devenish. Erne Gaels picked up a few as Jack McCann comes forward. Good ball inside to Mullen. Mullen coming forward. The referee indicates that's a free. Lazy tackle there by
yes,
J.J.
well, I'm
O'Brien.
saying, people getting tired. It didn't work the feet. Tried to use the hands to get them stopped, and I suppose that's what's liable to happen more often now. Well,
the opportunity here now for Erne Gaels to level matters with the very trusty Barry McCann.
Yeah, he's been impeccable.
2 out of 2. So this one's slightly to the left-hand side of the post will suit the right foot kicker, one would think. Kick 2 already. This is number 3, but this was tailing off to the right. Yeah, we built him up and he let us down, which is a bit surprising.
Even Barry's fallible.
Yeah.
Luke's coming back on.
Ryder's coming back on, and Paul McCaffrey, who picked up a yellow card, is coming off.
Now, Luke missed a chance in the first half, but he's a very accurate player, and I'd say that's maybe Erne Gaels thinking at this stage, get people in who can kick the ball over the bar.
He's going in at centre half forward on Barry Marone. So Tomas Tracy with the kick. 4 or 5 minutes played exactly here in Derrygonley in the second half. Kick out It was Jason Love got his hands on it, but ball broke favourably for Belleek. The ball now in the hands of Ryder. You were talking about putting them on to get a couple of scores, and that's just exactly what he done. That's an excellent kick by Luke Ryder. Over the bar it goes, level again, 13 each. Good score, Peter.
Yeah, it was a good score, and it was the right man. No harm to Paul McCaffrey, but he wouldn't have scored that off his left foot. But Erne Gaels did well in the middle of the field there. They haven't done that well on break on ball so far, but maybe fitness is going to have something to do with this, all right.
Up the go again. The break ball again. It's Belleek have picked up 2 in a row. Oisin Kellam is the man who won that ball. Belleek in possession with Luke Ryder. Luke Ryder scored a point a moment ago. Still going. Oh, another free, and this will be another opportunity, one would think.
I'd say Luke will probably take this himself.
Yeah.
Shane Rooney must have come off.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. When I looked to see who was going to take the free, Shane Rooney wasn't about. So
Tommy McCaffrey stepping up maybe to.
Well, he left-footed as well, I suppose. Yeah. It's a left-footed free taker.
So Tommy McCaffrey on the edge of the D to put Erne Gaels one in front. Steadies down. Looks at the posts. Taking his time. Left footed. On its way. Certainly high enough. It looks accurate enough as well. Yeah, over the bar it goes. So you weren't so sure on that?
No, I thought it was a wild enough kick for it to be so. He didn't have to kick it that hard.
No. But it's over the bar.
Yes, the result is what you want.
Erne Gaels go 1 point
one
in front.
14-13.
Yeah. 6-7 minutes played exactly here in the first period of extra time. Belleek have won the last 3 kickouts, or 2, make that 3 now. Ball picked up by Ben McCann on this occasion, well read on that occasion there by Larkin O'Brien, unlucky not to come out with it, but Owen Johnson is the man. No, in fact it's substitute that came on there, Rory McGarrigle, gives it back to Ryder, to McGarrigle fancies this one, good ball inside, finds Barry McCann, opportunity here for a score, ball is kicked over the bar, is it? By Mark Burns. Yeah, Mark Burns. Erne Gaels starting to find a few spaces in there.
Yes, and good play from the players on the ball. You know, nothing selfish about it, looking for a man in a better position, and did manage to do that.
So, Mark Burns, the man.
And two in it at this stage is nearly daylight.
Yeah. Number 24 down below us is Finan O'Brien, who played today for the Miners. Looks like he may be introduced for the last 10 minutes of this game as Thomas Tracy comes forward with it. Thomas tries to jink a ball inside. Well held and well won on that occasion by the man with no name, number 30. We didn't find out yet who it was. Well, the referee
he took the held, whatever name or
throw
no
the
name.
ball up. We might find out at the interval who number 30 is. Not sure what happened there, Peter, that the ball was thrown up. But John Murphy decided to throw it up the go for it. Ball won by Belleek. Barry McCann lays it off. Belleek certainly finishing the stronger. Jack McCann steaming forward with it. McCann lays it off to McCaffrey. Tommy McCaffrey cuts inside. Still McCaffrey. Shoulders on the left. Still going. Lays it off. This is an excellent opportunity for Belleek. And an excellent score by Jack McCann. He started the move way back deep in defence and finished it. So that puts Erne Gaels 3 points in front, Peter, and they've hit the throttle for home.
Yes, in fact it looks a bit like this stage like they're a fitter, sharper team at this stage. They've picked up far more breaks since the extra time has started, and they're pretty direct when they do get the ball.
Yeah, Luke Robinson being called ashore. He's ran his legs out as Luke, and he's been replaced by Finan O'Brien. So the dominance that Devenish had for long periods has now gone, and really Thomas Tracy needs to be looking about finding a short kick out. There's another opportunity for McGarrigle. Hand on the back, says the referee. And the game was certainly drifting away from Devenish in this first period. They got the opening score from Jason Love, but Luke Ryder, Tommy McCaffrey, Mark Burns and Jack McCann have hit scores to put Belleek 3 in front, and this should put them 4 in front.
I think Michael Hearn's coming off and Odrin Johnson is back on.
Yeah.
Or even Oren.
Yeah, Oren Johnson. Silent D, Peter.
Yeah. Michael Hearn would be happy enough now with his contribution.
Yeah. That's an excellent kick from Barry McCann. That certainly puts distance between the sides.
Yes, and
4 points is crucial.
It really is daylight now, because the energy that Devenish are going to require to get themselves back into the game, I just wonder, have they got it at this stage, this early in the season?
Yeah, just doesn't.
There's the water. The water break was half time.
11 minutes played, and that score right on the cusp of the whistle means that Belleek go in leading 17 points to 13. Can you see a way back?
I really can't, because it's they need a goal in the 10 minutes. And Devenish haven't looked like scoring goals all day, so they're not going to conjure one out of nowhere now, I don't think. Now Jason Love at full forward and a few high balls, but now that Luke Robinson's off, where's the height in the middle of the field going to be? Because Erne Gaels have taken over in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and that's the big issue. I did worry, and I expressed that worry, that maybe the two lads, they put in a serious shift for 55 minutes, the two lads in the middle of the field for Devenish, and that it looks like the legs have ran out a little.
Yes, because like Brian Mullen Boots, as they call him, is extremely mobile. Michael Ogue is not as mobile, but he can still cover the ground, and they both have been covering ground with Jason Love. But they had a tremendous 45-50 minutes in terms of dominated the middle of the field.
There's that physical presence that they have, and very commanding, and won a lot of ball and won a lot of break ball. But Devenish struggling to get their kick-outs away in that opening period of extra time.
And it was strange that Erne Gaels couldn't win a break to save their lives for most of the game, and then suddenly they couldn't miss one. Maybe that's a little bit about enthusiasm and energy.
So Belleek all set. Did we find a name for number 30 yet? No. Maybe the chairman of the club down there might. If we give him a shout, we might tell us. He's just gone on his phone there. Barry Maguire is the mystery man. So Barry Maguire, number 30. So all set. 10 minutes.
Is Finland a minor this year again? 21?
No, I don't think so.
Right.
No, I think that was his last year of minor.
Right.
Yeah. Minors unfortunate today, Peter.
They were unfortunate. They put in a tremendous effort and quality. Really, really very, very something to be very proud of. Except they were beaten, and it. A couple of little things. Obviously, at that level, when you get that close, it's small things that make it. Giving an odd ball away, not finishing an effort that should have been finished. As my mother used to say, God forgive me for saying this, but not pulling the boy down when he was going through that resulted in the goal.
The time to pull the man down wasn't done. Yeah. Well, fielded there by Brian Mullen, but dispossessed, and coming straight onto it there is JJ O'Brien. A little bit of urgency now is required for Devenish to get them back into this game. Terry O'Flanagan, that's a wonderful effort. What a score from Terry O'Flanagan. So, well, they're not gone yet, maybe.
No. That was exactly what they needed.
Yeah. So Terry O'Flanagan, first score within 20 seconds of the half-time break there.
Yes, and it was a throw-in that was won by Erne Gaels.
So 17-14, just a goal between them.
Devenish need the ball in the middle of the field now.
Yeah. This will be interesting to see who can win this one. Up the go for it, break ball, won on that occasion there by Oisin Kellam. He can be pleased with his day as well, but on that occasion it goes to the right-hand side and goes wide. But he's had an enterprising
He has.
game.
Look, and that that shot wasn't as far wide as
No.
it maybe looked from some angles.
Yeah. So Martin Doherty, little bit of energy about Devenish at the start of this period. If they can capitalise with another score, we could be in for a very interesting finish again. As Finnan O'Brien, who's on the field of play now, gathers possession, gives it back to the point scorer a moment ago. That's Terry O'Flanagan to Martin Doherty. Doherty still in possession. Thought about taking on his man, Erne Gaels, with everybody behind the ball. Bar Tommy McCaffrey. It's a great ball by Barry Malone. Super ball. Great vision. Flicks it inside. Surely this is a point for JJ O'Brien. O'Brien gets the shot away. O'Brien pops it over the bar, but what a pass.
Yes. And it brings us back. It brought us back to the football Devenish were playing in the first half. Patient, the right ball, and then a brilliant ball.
Yeah. The vision was absolutely
composure
superb.
Composure from JJ.
Great score by JJ O'Brien. He got one early in the game, and he's got another one 2 minutes into second period of what are we in now?
Extra time.
Yeah. Ball that'll go out over the sideline, one would think. No. Kept in play down below us. Terry O'Flanagan does well. Showing all his experience, Terry O'Flanagan.
He did very well there, but what Michael Oak did there, I often wonder about that. He kept the ball into the opposition, really.
Let it go. Tom McHugh in an advanced position gives it back to Jamie Flanagan. Flanagan lays it off to Finnan O'Brien. There's a calmness about Finnan O'Brien's play, looking to get it back here. Should have probably got it back. Does get it back eventually. O'Brien been smothered there. Will he go for the post? He will. Will he curl it? Opportunity. You can't call a mark from there. Here's the opportunity now. Oh, it's a brilliant block there by one of the Erne Gaels defenders. Crucial block, and Michael O'McGarrigle is now fouled, and the free will go the way of the Belleek men. But that was an opportunity. Ball kicked out quickly. Ball picked up there by Alton O'Reilly. O'Reilly lays it off to Luke Ryder. Ryder coming forward. Ryder does well. Scored a point a moment ago. Give it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to get onto the left foot. He's on the left now. Gets inside. He's trying to get on the left, and I should have said, but that's a poor shot by Tommy McCaffrey. Dropped it into the hands of Thomas Tracy, and now Devenish come again, and really all the energy is with Devenish in this second period of extra time. Ball in the hands of Finn O'Brien. O'Brien looks up, gives it to Barry Malone. Malone drops it, but gathers it quickly, gives it back to Thomas Tracy. 2 points between the sides, 17-15. 3 minutes gone in the second period. Malone, brilliant ball inside, looking there for Rui Doherty. Oh, that's a free. That's a heavy challenge there by Brian Mullen on Rui Doherty, and Brian Mullen will go into the referee's notebook, I've no doubt. But more importantly, this will be a free to Devenish, which is very, very kickable, and unbelievably, if this one goes over, we'll be down to a 1 point game.
Fair play to the energy that Devenish have found somewhere for this second period.
That ball that was thrown in right at the start, it just broke very favourably for Devenish, and right from that kick that Terry O'Flanagan landed was critical. I'd give Devenish the lift and the belief that they could get back into this game. If this goes over, there will be serious belief in the side, but I think he's put it wide. He has put it wide.
Right.
Well, that was a great chance for Barry Malone.
It was a great chance.
It was one he shouldn't have missed.
Well, he hadn't missed it all day. Well, still what, 6 minutes? Five and a half,
minutes.
6.
5 minutes left. And whatever the referee decides to add on. A lot of nervous tension down the sideline here below us.
Yeah, Devenish have moved.
Touched on the ground.
Devenish have moved by Maroon into the full forward line now.
Don't know. I think they still need Barry out the field for his creativity and nothing else.
Yeah, when you consider some of the passes he's put in, and the distance points for distance he scored.
Yeah, I think he affects the game better out the field, but ball being carried forward there now by Oisín Kellam. Kellam steadies down, goes to the shot, but it's gone to the left hand side and gone wide. Second wide in a row for Oisín Kellam.
Yeah, his pace gets him into scoring positions, and he doesn't always quite finish, but he got a great score in the first half.
early doors. He got
Yeah,
an excellent
yeah,
score. He got the first score of the game, as a matter of fact, and got one in the 25th minute, so he has 2 to his name. As Devenish tried to come out and are fouled in the process by, it's Declan Razzle.
Actually, the tackle was good, except he sort of followed through then. He dispossessed him and then he fouled him.
Decky Raz is struggling a wee bit after that. A lot of tired limbs and tired bodies and tired minds, I would suggest, out there. 4 minutes left in the game. Finnan O'Brien in possession after playing a very tough encounter today. Well, this is an opportunity for Tomas Tracy, I would suggest. But, well, it's been taken quickly. It goes to Thomas Tracy.
Still an opportunity for Thomas Tracy.
Still an opportunity for Thomas Tracy. Will he go for it? The answer is yes. It's on its way. In round the danger area. Oh, well flicked on, but well watched on that occasion by Brian Ryder. He gathers the ball, and Jason Love stays on the ground.
Oh, great pass, great
brilliant pass out to Michael McGarrigle, and now the counter attack is on for Erne Gaels. Ball fed to McCaffrey. McCaffrey slowing it down, gives it to Owen Johnson. Back it goes to McCaffrey again. McCaffrey lays it back one more time to Brian Mullen. Brian Mullen in possession. Erne Gaels in no rush. Of course, the lead by 2 points. Just 3 minutes left on the clock. The overcarry.
Yes, I thought.
But Belleek retained possession with Barry McCann. McCann still in possession. McCann been pushed back out. Ball now in the hands of Rory McGarrigle. McGarrigle back to Jack McCann. McCann coming out with it to Brian Mullen. Mullen steps inside his man. Good play by Brian Mullen. Experienced play. Still retaining possession. Jack McCann. Belleek in no rush to come forward with it. Jason Love trying to squeeze him back, but Jason's in a bit of bother there. Devenish need to think about a substitution because Jason's in severe problem, and this man Oshin Callum again, still Callum going. He's had a couple of opportunities, still going. He overcarried the ball.
He got caught between two lines as to whether to keep going or to lay it inside.
Yeah.
And funny, I think it was because he didn't want to pass it with his right hand.
You know,
he was going to have, and he just decided not to bother. And the speed he was going to took about 3 steps while he was making that decision.
Referee was correct on that occasion. Ball fed inside now to Lorcan O'Brien. We're down to the last minute and a half here. Finnan O'Brien in possession, and it'll probably have to be route one at this stage, probably, for Barry Marone's in there. So too Jason Love. Ball threaded over here instead to young Caelan Feely. Feely gives it back inside to Decky Razzle, but Devenish don't really have the time for this.
Playing about out here.
Yeah, patient play. Decky Razzle has it to Terry O'Flanagan, to Thomas Tracy, creating the extra man. Just Martin Doherty back. Yeah, route one, in it goes. This is critical, crucial. Flicks inside, but Erne Gaels with plenty of players back deep. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. Opportunity now goes the way of Jamie Flanagan. Flanagan gets the shot in. Flanagan gets it over the bar. What happened? What happened?
He obviously thought Paul Ward took it brilliantly, but he obviously thought time was up, or I don't know. I didn't hear a whistle.
No.
I'm not sure what he was thinking. There was a whistle.
Well, I don't know.
No,
there was no whistle. Play continued. 1 point between them. 1 point between them. Just we look at the watch. 9.5 minutes played. Kick out. Possession's crucial for Belleek and for.
Well, I don't know. I'm caught here between Joy McLaughlin on my left hand, and Erne Gaels man, and you on my right hand.
Well, I've tried to remain impartial.
I'm looking for the final whistle.
Well, you didn't think that was a free either, to be honest.
I'm getting battered.
Well, ball threaded in. Devenish will have one more opportunity.
I had to just keep it.
Yeah, here they come. Seamus Ryder is livid down below us. He wanted that ball retained. Good tackle there by Thomas McCaffrey. And now Devenish come again. Have the legs, have the character, have the belief to get this equalising score. Tomas Tracy's the man in possession. Tracy close to the sideline. Still Tracy flicks it inside. Still going. Still Thomas Tracy goes to ground. And Michael McGarrigle comes out with it. Michael O comes out with it. Now Devenish are down on numbers. They're down on time. They're down by 1 point. 1 point between them. 17 to 16. Belleek trying to retain possession. Tomas Tracy still up the field. Referee calls for the ball. It's all over. It's a victory for Belleek by the narrowest of margins, just as it was in the league game. Belleek win it by 1 point, by 17 points to 16. Dejection for Devenish boys, but elation for Belleek. And well, it could have went either way.
It could have went either way, and I suppose as one of the few neutrals in the press box here with Devenish men and Erne Gaels men, both of you would have been disappointed if you had come out the wrong end of it. It was there was times,
nothing in it.
No, there was nothing. There was times you could have said it was going to be Devenish, other times Erne Gaels. But I have to say, from a neutral point of view, it was very entertaining.
Well, the crucial period, Peter, was the first period of extra time when Belleek hit 5 points without response.
Yes, and it looked at that stage as if Devenish legs had gone, but they did respond in the second period then, and were a bit unlucky not to get an equalising score again.
Had the opportunities, I suppose, but well, you know, there was, as I said, there was nothing between the teams whatsoever, and both will be pleased, I'm sure, with how we've talked earlier on the day about Lisnaskey and their developments. They beat Adramsea today in the Division 2A final, 115 to 113. But both these teams will take an awful lot from this game, and in terms of match practice as well.
Yes, that was the point I was thinking about from somebody who's involved in in this competition. It's another game. It's a good game at a higher level, and you know, no amount of training is going to replicate that. So they'll be delighted. Erne Gaels will be delighted that they have got. I don't know. There is silver. There's
a plaque.
There's a plaque for this. That'll do them good. That'll do them loads of good. And Devenish will be happy with a young team to be competing at that level. There was a
bit of doom and gloom about Devenish over the last couple of years, you know, and they went down to intermediate championship level, and one wondered whether they had enough to come back. But you know, there's encouraging signs there.
Yeah, there definitely is, and like two players who had played earlier on. Well, Finn and O'Brien had played earlier on today. You know, players like that coming into with quality. I know they're young, but it doesn't matter what's that saying. It doesn't matter what age you are if you're good enough.
If you're good enough, you're
old enough. No, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
So Sean Burns down below us will make the presentation in a moment, as he waits for the captain of the Belleek team to come forward. I haven't been notified who that was, but we'll work that out. It
looks like
Brian Mullen.
No.
Brian Mullen seems to be Boots.
It's a speech
down below us there.
He's got the speech in there in the hand.
I see it's the speech prepared, so he has. Well, ready to go. We'll hand down to Sean Burns for the presentation.
All right, folks. Just to. Jesus. That's all right. Good man. So, on behalf of the county board, folks, just like to thank everybody involved with this Division 1B club players competition. I think it's been a great success in that giving players games early in the year, and the standard of football there we can see tonight has been excellent, and we'll see some stars of the future and some stars of the past maybe as well. So congratulations to everybody involved. First of all, thanks CCC for the new format. It's novel and first year for it, and I think they were brave in what they done. And thanks Phil and all the rest of CCC for putting this on. And again, Phil and Jet and Peter there for the TV coverage. It's good to, this has been seen in Australia and America and all over the place. So, boys, I'm glad you put on such a good show, because it's going out across the world. The match officials, again, John did very well there. Well done, John. And Nigel and Paul. No, you didn't put a foot wrong tonight, and thanks for that. Derrigonla club and all the volunteers for the tremendous facilities that they have here, and the shape of the field. The pitch tonight was in great shape, I think you'll all agree, and thanks again to all involved, Donal and the whole team there. Just leaves me now to officially present the trophy. to Brian Mullen, captain of Erne Gaels. First trophy this year for Erne Gaels, and I'm sure it'll not be the last. Well done, Brian. I'll hold that for you.
As always, Derek Onley, top facilities, boys. Want to thank John. He done a good job, I'd say. And also Devenish, boys. It's always going to be hard work whenever we meet. It's always going to be a great game. Hopefully we'll see us in the championship. Hard luck today, boys. 3 cheers for Devenish. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Well done, boys. Thank you. Cheers.
That's the presentation ceremony completed down there. Brian Mullen lifts the silverware to bring back to Belleek. They have edged out their near neighbours and keen rivals, as I said earlier today, by 1 point. 17 points to 16 here in Derry Gonley. It'll give them great confidence going forward in the year. The extra minutes that both teams played as well will help them in their development as they go forward this year. So that wraps up the Fermanagh Club Players Competition, a new competition that was brought forward this year. Of course, last night Derry Gonley won the Division 1A title, and tonight it is the Division 1B title has been won by Erne Gaels Belleek. So wherever you are in the world watching this game on Monaghan Brothers Fermanagh GAA TV, we hope you enjoyed the coverage. There's plenty of more matches coming your way on Fermanagh GAA TV over the summer months, and we look forward to broadcasting those, and we look forward to your company for those games. So for this evening, from Phil Flanagan, Peter McGinnity and myself, Jared Tracy, we wish you well, and slán go fáil.